going on? We are back. So we're back at it again. Okay, you already know what it is. It is Monday, April 10th, Easter Monday. So we're back at it again. Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying the holidays. And we're gonna just talk some basketball talk. That's all we're gonna do tonight. Okay. We're gonna talk about the Raptors and the play-in game that they're going to go through on Wednesday, April 12th. Okay, so they're going to be playing the Chicago Bulls in a game that I'm looking forward to seeing. I want to see what this team is all about. I want to see if this team can weather through the storm and be able to get through this team, the Chicago Bulls, and go on to the next round or the next playing game, which will be for the eighth seed. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Okay, so the Toronto Raptors are gonna have to go through this route. This is a nasty route. It's not the route that we all expected. It's not the route that we were looking forward to seeing. But at the same time, it's the route that has to happen. The reason why it has to happen is because the Toronto Raptors went 500 this season in a pretty basic, lackluster, average at best season. And unfortunately, these are the cards that are dealt that we have to deal with at this point, as an organization and as a nation, you know what I mean? Raptors Nation. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about this right here. There's a lot of controversy going on with the team. I spoke about it the other day, and I told you we're going to keep going live right until the day of the actual match. And then right after the match, we're going to go do the post game reaction. So the Raptors have to get this win so they can get on to the next game. And that's basically what it is. Salute to my guys over here, yo. Salute to Pearl Star, yo. Salute, bro. Yeah, salute, man. What's going on, bro? Jump in if you have anything to say about the Raptors, yo. But honestly, it's unfortunate situation that's going on right now. You see what I'm saying? The Toronto Raptors are going to have to fight and crawl just to get into the playoffs. Technically, we would have been out of the playoffs if this wasn't the format, but this is the format that is. So this is what's going on. As far as the Raptors season goes, there's been a lot of controversy. There's been a lot of guys complaining, moaning, upset, not happy about the situation, the predicament, not happy about their role on the team, not happy about the amount of touches they're getting, not happy about all types of stuff, the contracts, the way they're perceived. The coach is not happy. He wants a contract. Everybody wants something. That's the problem with the Raptors. Everybody wants something with the Toronto Raptors. And Nick Nurse is talking about, oh, he's going to reevaluate what's going on and he's going to see what's going to happen. So everybody's just kind of like in limbo right now, yo. Honestly, and it's kind of weird right now. It's a weird predicament because, yo, if you know the Raptors, we're usually not in this kind of predicament. We're usually the team that's kind of stable, um, cool, calm, collective. We're we're a run organization, a run well machine. Like literally, like if you look at the best kind of product, the best. It's just like the Toronto Raptors were always that, but the tides have changed. Everything has switched over, and now we're not that organization anymore. We're basically an organization that's, for better terms, kind of in limbo. Like we're just like there. That's what we are. We were able to get the rookie of the year. We won that award with Scotty Barnes last season, and then people thought, okay, we're going to continue off with some momentum. We thought we'd beat the Sixers. Some people were having us favor to beat the Sixers. We ended up losing to the Sixers. That's what happened. We ended up losing to the 76ers last year in the playoffs, a series that I thought we would win. So now we're in a predicament where it's just kind of like we're trying to figure out where we are, where we're going. I honestly don't. I'm not too fond of this team. I don't think this team is. This is not a team that I could sit down here and vouch for. This team is. They didn't even make the playoffs technically. So if they get to the playoffs, it's literally by, well, they will their way in through the play-in game, but at the same time, it's not the way that I would want to make the playoffs. I'll tell you that much. Then we got to play the Chicago Bulls. What are we getting in the Chicago Bulls? We're getting a former Raptor in DeMar DeRozan. who I'm sure is not, he wants to definitely make it to the play-in game as he should, it's only right. He did his thing as a Raptor, and if now he's going up against his former team, he wants to see how he could do and what kind of game he's going to, what kind of game will he bring to the table? Time will tell. But let's be real. DeMar DeRozan is a mid-range player. He has a very poised game. He's very nice. You see what I'm saying? So that's my guy right here, yo. He says, "Yo, I don't watch boxing, bro. I don't watch b-ball, bro. Just boxing. Just stopped by to say what up and smash the like." That being said, Lakers all day. Peace, bro. Peace, man. Honestly, salute to you guys, y'all. I'll be back. Like I said, I was telling guys prior that I'll be back with the boxing talk very shortly. I'll be back on the streams and we'll be doing the Ryan Garcia versus Tank Davis fight, a fight I'm looking forward to. The Lomachenko versus Devin Haney. We did see the Shakur Stevenson fight over the weekend. We saw the upset with Fedora getting dropped. So there's a lot of stuff going on in boxing. AJ came back, Tyson Fury. Some say he's ducking Usyk. We're gonna get into all of that soon, bro. That's boxing is, you already know boxing's exciting. There's a lot going on in boxing. There potentially could be the match with um, you never know. We could see maybe Ryan pulls the upset. Maybe Tank wins that. We don't know. We'll see. Maybe that the winner of that can get Loma or Devin, or maybe even Shakur. We'll see. There's a lot of fights going on. But back to this though. Honestly, it's been tough, man, for the Raptors. Like literally, it's been tough, man. Like, and we're gonna go up against DeMar DeRozan, a former Raptor legend. You know what I mean? Let's say what it is. He is a legend. He played for the organization. He gave us good work over here. He put in that work. He gave us some of the most entertaining times in the 2010s. Him suited up, bringing us to the Eastern Conference Finals, doing all that great stuff. You know what I mean? Coming in first seed and giving us giving us that, giving us seasons where it was just kind of like seasons where I was just like to remember the glory days of the Raptors. The 2010s were the glory days of the Raptors, and then the icing on the cake was the championship. So it's kind of like as of right now, it's like right now it's been tough. It's been challenging. Just to see this team the way they are, right? Because we're used to a certain product. It's like imagine getting like, the creme de la creme, and now all of a sudden you have to go for like, I don't know, the bootleg product, the cheap product, the fake product. It's just like we went from the best to lackluster at that. So it's not cool. But now we have to see DeRozan. He has some good players on the team. Honestly, I like some of the guys they have on that squad there. You see what I'm saying? Like, I personally think some of the players on that team are pretty good. They have Zach Levine. Zach Levine's a beast. Let's just say it as it is. Multiple slam dunk champion. We already know what he could do. One thing about Zach Levine, he can get his shot off. He can disrupt out there. He can play some decent defense at that. He's not like a crazy defender, but he'll get up on a guy. What I mean? He's putting up buckets too. I mean, he's gonna give minutes. He's like DeMar DeRozan's right hand man right there. You see what I'm saying? Like that's DeMar DeRozan's guy. He comes in there and he's gonna come in there and give offense. He's averaging about 24 points per game this season. 24.8 points, 4.5 rebounds, 4.2 assists at 48.5 field goal. So he's a pretty solid player. Like this is no scrub. You see what I'm saying? You know what I mean? They got some guys on that team. You feel me? Like, yo, they got some dudes on that team. They also got Pat Bev. That guy plays relentless defense. You know what I mean? He averages about 6.2 points per game, 3.7 assists, and 2.9 steals at 40% from the field goal. But against the Toronto Raptors, playing against the Raptors, he averages about 8 points per game. Assists, and he averaged about 50% from the field goal. So this is a guy who's going to be out there, of course, straight defense. He's going to be manipulating the games in many ways. He's going to be doing a lot of different things that we have to be prepared for, you know? Like we have to be prepared for the stuff that they're going to be able to bring, you know what I mean? Like let's not be real. This isn't no boogeyman team. This isn't no team that we can't beat. This isn't a team we shouldn't even be worried about. To reality is, but at the end of the day, they do have DeMar DeRozan. You know what I mean? They also have Nikola Vucevic, who's averaging about 17.6 points per game, 11 rebounds, 3.2 assists at 52% from the field goal. So this is another guy that we need to keep our eye on. Not even keep our eye on, but this is a guy we got to put a body on. We got to really defend this guy. Against the Raptors alone, he averages about 18.7 points per game and 58.5% from the field goal. So this is a very, very effective player. 3-point shots about 46.7%. So this guy is very effective when it comes to going up against the Toronto Raptors. This guy can really hoop. He can really ball. He's a basketball player. He's a flat out hooper. Like he could ball. He could ball with the best of them. So this is another guy that we have to pay attention to. We got to make sure that we have Jakob Pertl guarding this guy. Jakob Pertl has to play good defense against this guy. This is going to be the matchup for him. In order for us to make it to the next playing game, to get to the A seed, we need to make sure that we have Jakob Pertl guarding this guy. And then we also have to make sure that, we have distribution. We need guys who can distribute the ball. Fred Van Fleet, I'm sorry, but don't shoot us out the gym. Don't just start draining threes and think doing the best Stephen Curry impersonation. Because yeah, sure, it could work for a bit, but then eventually that can get us out of the game. Horrible shots do not make sense. People need to be held accountable for some stupid shots they take. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm not really too fond of this nonsense that we have. We have guys who just take stupid shots on this team. You know, they also have a player, Kobe White. He's averaging about 9.7 points per game, 2.9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, 44% from 44% from field goal. Not really a threat versus the Raptors, but these are guys that we have to pay attention to. You know what I mean? Like against the Raptors, he's averaging about 7 points per game, 5 assists. Pretty horrendous from the field goal at 28% and 33% from field. He's not really a threat. We gotta just make sure that we don't make guys like this get hot. You see what I'm saying? And then we also have a player by the name of Io Dusumo or whatever, Dusuno. He's averaging about 8.6 points per game, 2.8 assists, 2.6 steals, and 49.3% from the field goal. But against the Raptors, check this out. He does average about 12.3 points per game, 2.3 assists, 31.3% from the field goal, and 50% from the from 3.31% point three, and then 50% from field goal. So this guy's a guy that we need to keep a body on, play good defense on, and just make sure that we're on his ass. Like we can't have this dude come over here and start having a field night against us, like a field day, like where he's just going off. Like we can't have that happen. So these are certain players we have to watch out for. I would say the big three is, of course, DeMar DeRozan, Vucevic, and then we also have to worry about Zach Levine. If we can contain these three guys, we should be able to get these guys out of here. We got to beat them first and foremost. We can't have these guys come over here and all of a sudden just kind of get us with a surprise, or all of a sudden we look up and all of a sudden the Raptors lose. This is a game that we have to get on them quickly. We have to score goals. We have to play defense. We have to guys like Gary Trent need to step up. They got to hit their shots. If Gary Trent's not hitting his shots, then what is he doing? He can't give us nothing else. Or he hasn't given us anything else if he's not hitting his shots. So we have to watch out for Gary Trent. Scotty Barnes needs to have a field day. I need to see at least 25 points from Scotty Barnes. OG Anunoby, another one. He needs to have a field day. I need to see at least 20 points from him as well. Pascal Siakam, he's going to do what he's going to do. He's going to get his shots off. Fred Van Fleet. Now that's where the wild card comes in, because with Fred Van Fleet, it's like, are we getting distribution, or are we going to get a guy who shoots threes? If Fred can distribute, he knock his shots off, of course, get to the rack, of course, get to the free throw line. We shouldn't have any problem beating this team. I'm dead serious. We should not have any problem beating this team. If we can get all that done, we should be able to get the victory and go on to the next round. That's my projection. Will we get it done? That's where the question is being left. Can we get it done? Yes, we can get it done. It's not impossible. This is not a boogeyman team. This is not a team that I'm worried about. Then we'll find out who we play after that. Between 8 and 7. But at the same time, though, this is it. You know what I mean? Like honestly, this is it for us. It's like, either we win this or we go to Cancun. It's very simple. We head out to Cancun, or Ibiza or wherever guys, Dubai or wherever guys like to go. Maya Riviera, the Bahamas, freaking whatever, Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, wherever guys like to go, whatever island, the Cayman Islands or wherever island, the U.S. Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Jamaica, wherever dudes want to go. If you want to go to Spain, the south of France, if you want to go home early, lose this game and go enjoy your long summer. You can enjoy it all the way till training camp in October. You can enjoy your long, 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 long summer. We can go there and enjoy and literally just wash away and get washed as a player. You see what I'm saying? Or you can continue to compete and build your legend and your legacy. You know what I mean? And this builds your name. And this is where you get the marquee accolades. You see what I'm saying? As a hooper. You feel me? Straight up and down, yo. We got the one, the only, the old Styles of the building. What's going on, old Styles? How you feeling? How you doing?
Good, brother. Good, man. Got to see you back on the streams, man.
We're back. We're back in live in the flesh, actually, yo. What's your take, bro? The we're gonna get straight into it. The Chicago Bulls. What's your take?
I think we can win this game. It's a winnable game on paper, but the way the Raptors have been playing, just in for this season, it can go anyway. It can really go anyway, but it's definitely winnable. It's definitely winnable. But they should not take this game lightly whatsoever.
I
Especially with
agree.
DeMar DeRozan on the other side and Zach Levine, and there's some guys on that side that could give us problems.
I agree 100% with you, man. Honestly, like I was saying earlier that we have to guys have to actually play their games now. Guys actually have to play basketball. They have to play like a team. Guys need to distribute, grab rebounds. They need to put bodies on Vucevic. They need to put bodies on Zach Levine. Guys need to actually dominate. This isn't a difficult team, but at the same time, this is a team that could sneak up on us. And it's a one game. It's one game. That's it. It's not no back and forths and all that. You play, you go home.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we match up we match up pretty good versus Chicago, but I mean, you never know. Fred can go what 6 for 20 or something, and just be chucking up threes all game, and we might get nothing from Gary Trent, and Pascal might just have an off game, and it's over. So you could easily lose this game if guys aren't on their A game, giving 110%, like you're saying.
No, I agree. I agree with you. Honestly, I agree with you. Like we need to definitely like give 110%. Like we need to like really go out there and play our game and just do what we have to do. Like this is a one and thing. Like I was saying earlier, if guys want to go to Cancun earlier, go to the south of France or go to Dubai early, then pack get ready to lose and have a long summer. Go out there and go sail the world. And but then at the end of the day, when contract time comes, don't come around here with the sob face. I'm not happy. Don't come in here with that sob face because I've noticed a lot of guys are coming around with sob faces. Even the coach, 500 squad, he wants a new contract, bro. You didn't. You made ninth place. You didn't even technically. You didn't even make the playoffs. You're not even a playoff seed team. You ninth place, 500 team, and now you come with the sob stories. I don't think so. Then we got guys like OG Ananobi who wants to go somewhere else. I addressed that yesterday. I spoke earlier a little bit about that yesterday. He's not happy here. You know what I mean? Then we got guys like Fred Van Fleet who wants literally to be the richest player, the highest paid player in NBA history. I want my worth, but you can't even lead your team to a playoff seed. But you want to get paid like a freaking a playoff contending player or a playoff caliber player, a star player. This is what I'm saying, man. These guys, it's now or never. Put up or shut up, man. They can't freaking score now. Then what are we doing? You know? What's your take on the Chicago Bulls, man? And like, what do you see? Matter of fact, let's go back, rewind. What's your take on the Toronto Raptors and the controversy behind the team? Because no one's heard your take on that.
The controversy, which one particularly?
Nick Nurse in I
Ooh,
forgot was Charlotte or some city was he went out of town. He started talking big talk out of town. He wouldn't say that in the Toronto media, but once he gets out of town, he becomes a big actor. What's your take on him saying, "Oh, he has to evaluate things," and him being linked to the Houston Rockets gig.
I mean, he was linked to the Lakers job at one point. He was linked. He's always linked to somewhere and to something. And like you're saying, I think these guys are just maybe just bored. Maybe they just want a new challenge. You know,
Essentially.
a new scenery, a breath of fresh air. So I could see him going. I could see him walking. I think we'll be all right. I think we'll be perfectly fine without him. But it is a little bit concerning that what were we at 4 years after winning a championship, 4 years after winning a chip, that we're getting rid of our coach. You know what I mean? It is a little bit. It's not going to look good to the naked eye, right? But I mean, we gotta do what we gotta do. We'll see what Masai does. But you know, it's only been 4 years since he's won a chip, and yeah, we're kind of free falling. You know, we're in ninth now, so it's not looking good. It's not looking good. But again, you can't take the fact that he won a championship away. And I've never really liked this coaching style, to be honest with you. I don't like the fact that he overplays his starters and doesn't give the bench like an actual run. You know, he just runs the starters into the ground. I don't like that. I never liked that. I don't like what he's doing with Delano Banton.
No.
You know, I heard you talking about that yesterday.
Yeah.
So
Came in there yesterday, Delano Banton. I've been telling guys, people laugh, but I'm like, as far as maybe the turnovers, but dude brings it. He's the only facilitator. Nobody else wants to pass the ball on the Raptors. Everybody
yeah,
wants to get the ball and actually like, yo, try to score or it's like dude, there's no facilitators. And it's just like they brought him into the D League. He had one bad game where he got a turnover, and then they brought him to D League, and then the San Antonio Spurs and teams were calling saying, "Hey, we want him. We'll take him." And Masai said no, and Nick Nurse was literally just ran a small rotation after that, and literally it was just kind of like, what's going on with Thaddeus Young? No playing time. We used to have a thing called the bench mob in Toronto. For those who are not familiar with Toronto, during the Dwayne Casey era, we'd have a group of guys who came off the bench and immediately gave us offense, give us 60 points, sometimes 50 points a night, 60 to 50 points a night off the bench. You get guys who can just immediately give us a contribution off the bench. 40 between 40 to 60, as high as 60 points, as low as 40 points. You're getting right off the bench. Those days are over. You know what I mean? We don't even get 40. We don't even get 40 off the bench no more. We're not getting none of those kind of numbers off the bench anymore. And that's what happens with this guy. He runs a tight unit. He coaches scared. No facilitate. He doesn't even ask Fred to facilitate. I've always known Raptors having facilitators from the days of Damon Stoudemire's to the days of Alvin Williams to the days of TJ Ford to the days of Jose Calderon to the days of Kyle Lowry. All of a sudden, the facilitation has just disappeared from the Toronto Raptors. There's nobody who wants to. So I'm like, give Delano Banton the freaking run to facilitate. Malachi Flynn don't facilitate. He don't give us nothing. Delano Banton, what does he give us? He comes in there. At least he tries to facilitate. Some people don't like him. Some people are like, he's too green. I get it. He's a little bit raw, but at the same time, you see, if you give him, the more you play, it's all about repetition in life. The more reps you get, eventually it's going to mesh. It's going to eventually kick in. I personally, we need, and then Scotty Barnes, it's like, when is he going to take over? He's taking a back seat. I get it. OG Anunoby's not happy. What's your take on OG?
leading the league in steals is cool and all, but we ain't here for all that. To be honest with you, we need him to ascend to the next level, man. Honestly, defensive this and defensive that and all these accolades. To me, it just looks like he's a good trade bait right now. We're gonna get, like, if we trade him, a good haul in return. You know, still hasn't taken that next step. I don't see him being a 20 plus per game scorer, and like you said, zero facilitation. Um, really and truly just kind of there, just going through the motions. That's the vibe I get from him. Um, doesn't even, like, throw a water bottle. Don't really see no passion out of him. He just kind of has that kind of like RoboCop kind of game. He just doesn't,
Poker face, dude.
just that
Straight
poker
the
face
same
24/7. Like, and we've been seeing this since the jump. Like,
from the beginning. He got drafted.
yeah, Yeah, I mean, he would be better, more served on a team that already has a lot of offense, to just be that like lockdown defender, quote unquote. But on a team like the Raptors, he's being asked to do so much, and it doesn't make him look too good. Defensively, yes, but outside of that, we're not getting much. It seems like outside of defense and what else really, like rebounds, a couple rebounds, mostly just defense. 3 points. Offensively he doesn't really give you that Kawhi Leonard kind of like, you know, breakdown of like on the offensive side of things. Like he just still kind of looks a little lost, bouncing the ball off his foot and stuff like that. I don't know. His offensive awareness just isn't there for me. And defensively, though, he does look pretty good, but that's just a case for him to move, to be traded. But for the Raptors,
I
like you said yesterday, a lot of guys kind of just do all the same thing. Like him and Scotty Barnes kind of do the same thing, And Pascal, they all three of them kind of do the same thing, in different ways.
Yeah,
So,
it's
yeah, I guess OG
pretty
overall, I
unfortunate.
think he's a good player. But right now with this team, this fit, we just got too much guys that do the same thing. But he's good defensively. But that RoboCop face and that RoboCop style of play, it's yeah, it's better suited on another team probably.
I really, honestly, I literally like OG Anunoby, but honestly, it's kind of like it's unfortunate because with OG Anunoby, OG Anunoby is a good player, but the problem is, it's just kind of like we have too many guys who do the same thing, and then on top of that, he's not happy here. The dude's not. They said he's not happy, and supposedly he's not been happy for a long time. I think the only thing that's holding him here is Masai Ujiri, and it's kind of like Masai Ujiri. It's at this point where it's just like if the reports are coming out, it's true that he's not happy. Then why is he still here? And then also another thing I need to ask is this: it's like why there's reports coming out that he signed with Clutch Sports. So is Rich Paul influencing him? Because there's reports that him and Fred Van Fleet have signed with Clutch Sports. So is this them facilitating or spreading stuff in his ear to hey maybe get into LA? LA's for him. Come play for the Los Angeles Lakers. Come make LeBron great again. Because that's basically what it is. When you go to LA, you're there. You're there to you're there to abide by and make LeBron great. That's what you're there to do. You're there to abide by LeBron and make LeBron great. He can't get criticized. If he criticizes him, there's disciples that protect him. And then on top of that too, it's like if things go bad, he gets no blame. So is this their way of trying to protect LeBron and get LeBron to go out there to maybe try to get him another championship? I don't know, but potentially, I think I smell it. I smell though that it looks kind of like it's going down like that at this point. And at this point, it's kind of like the play-in starts tomorrow, right? Is it tomorrow or tonight?
Is in the Wednesday the Raptors
Yeah,
play the
Wednesday.
Bulls?
Yeah, I don't know the other games. I don't know the other games. Is it all Wednesday?
Yeah, I
Starts
don't
all
know.
Wednesday?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just know the Raptors one. I
Yeah.
haven't really
Same here.
been keeping up with the other ones. I know who's playing, but I just don't know which dates they're playing. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So it's kind of like these are questions that I'm asking. Yeah,
yeah,
whatever. I'm putting my tinfoil hat on. Okay, oh, conspiracy. But no, 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 it's not a conspiracy. If you want to call it conspiracy, call it a conspiracy. But only LeBron disciples will call it a conspiracy. Non everyone with some common sense will understand. Put two and two together, it all adds up. That's
yeah.
I mean, you put that all in the pot, and that's what you concocted. That's the recipe. You see what I'm saying? So at this point, I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Is there tampering going on with some of the Raptor players? And
Most
also,
likely.
yeah, also it's kind of like what's going on with Nick Nurse. Like these are the questions that I'm asking. And then Fred Van Fleet, and then also Gary Trent. I don't know. Gary Trent sometimes looks like he's not happy. He looks like he's upset. I don't know. Is he injured or something bothering him? I don't know. He looks like he has some days he's walking around looking real. What do you call it? Looking salty. For what reason? I don't know. There's nights I look at him on the bench. Either that or that's just his face. And I'm just
Yeah,
like, what's going on? You know?
I feel like Gary Trent, OG. they're pretty like defined. Like we know what they do, we know what they bring. Scotty Barnes, we know what he brings. I mean, he's still kind of a project. I think all roads lead to Fred Van Fleet and Pascal Siakam. I mean, these guys are getting older, and Fred wants a lot of money, like you're saying. Pascal already got paid, but even his contract's coming up, right? If I'm not mistaken. So, bro, we got to make a decision on those two guys, and just kind of go from there. I think.
I
I'm just
agree.
kind of tired of
It,
hearing those same names. And all I'm hearing in this Toronto media, they're not asking the questions that you're asking. All I keep hearing is Fred Van Fleet, Pascal Siakam, OG Ananobi. Fred Van Fleet, Pascal Siakam, OG Ananobi. We're not getting nothing from we're not
we're
getting
not
as
getting
much.
nothing.
We're not getting nothing
Or,
from them.
or
That's all I'm
if
hearing.
they're not even a top three team in the East, why is they getting so much rave about them? There shouldn't
Exactly.
be no rave if you're not a top three team, dude.
Yeah.
This is why I've been saying, and I've been out the limb saying, it's time to offload a lot of these guys. If you're gonna
Yeah.
get rid of Fred, get rid of Fred. If you're getting rid of OG, get rid of OG. Now, Scotty, it's you, and Delano. Now, yo, the keys are yours. Go out there and be the point guard now. Go out there, be the 6'9". Go out there and be the guy.
Yeah.
Get rid of, if you have to get rid of Thing, if you have to get rid of what's his name, Nick Nurse, and get a new coach, so be it. Get a new coach. Let's start getting the young guys to run this team and let them start to. It's their era. At one point, this happens in sports. Like if you guys know basketball, you guys know this happens. Like bro, I've seen this happen before. This happened with Allen Iverson. They had to get rid of certain guys because they had to make Allen Iverson shine, and they had to add certain pieces. Now it's Scotty's time to shine. Scotty has to be the face of the team. This has to be Scotty's team. So in a situation like that, if this is the case, then let Scotty rock with the team. Let Scotty run it and let him have a bunch of role guys who can come in there and facilitate for him. And then they just play their part. I would say keep Pascal just to have somebody there for secondary scoring. But now Scotty needs to put in that work because I'm starting to look at Scotty and I'm looking at him too. He's looking kind of salty now too, looking kind of I don't know, not really feeling the way he's looking out there. And I don't like his game. His game I don't. It's not I don't like it. I like his game. I see flash in his game, but I want to see him more aggressive. I want to see him give me the ball, take it to the rack, paint in the paint, boom, at the free throw line, 15, 16 times per game, ISO ball, grabbing rebounds, dunking on dudes. This is his all star moment. He should be an all star now. Next year, he should be his first all star appearance, and it should be like that for the next 15, 16, 17 years.
Facts. Should be a
Like,
perennial all star, honestly, especially after his rookie. The way he was playing last year, we
yeah,
had really high hopes, but I feel like that Toronto media and that cloud, just kind of got to him, and now he's just lethargically,
yeah,
like it stole Toronto just stole his smile away. That guy
yeah.
used to be like the happiest guy, running
Guy.
around, bouncing off the walls, and now look at him. He's like different. Like
He's not happy. The
he's
guys
not
all around
happy.
him. If you look at the guys all around him, the veterans, they're bringing a freaking dark cloud around his team.
Yeah,
From the coach to Nick Nurse, no, to Nick Nurse to OG Ananobi to Fred Van Fleet. Dark cloud around all the, and even Gary Trent at some points. Dark
yep,
cloud, and he doesn't know his role. He has to take a backseat, like, oh, make sure this guy's happy. He's been here for a while. I don't want to, man. Fuck, screw these guys, man. Do what Kobe Bryant did, bro. Yo, it's me versus everybody. I'm
yeah,
gonna take this team. This is my team now. I don't care about none of you guys. You know what I mean? Kobe Bryant had to. Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant had to deal with that. Shaquille O'Neal, Kobe Bryant had at one point Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, Cedric Sabalas. They had who else on that team? They had they had a lot of guys on that team. They had to get rid of all these guys to finally get this guy. And then eventually Kobe had to overthrow Shaq for him to be the one. That's what you got to do sometimes. Hey, listen, it's a cold world we live in. Everybody's going to retire. Listen, they already won their championship. It's time for you to go out there and lead your team to your championship. This is your
yeah.
team.
That's true. That's true. Because
This
those guys already got a chip, so low key, they're kind of happy. They're accomplished.
yeah.
They
They got
got
their
one chip.
all-star and
They're
they got their
happy.
championship. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
They're
max
happy.
let's be real. These guys are not going to win you multiple championships. They literally
No.
have overachieved. They've gotten to the pinnacle of everything they could potentially get to. It's time to move on from them.
Mm.
It's time to move on from them. It's the reality of the reality of the reality. That's the reality we're in right now. It's time to move on. Another guy that I need to see more improvement from is Precious Achua, bro. I don't know what Precious Achua game is. I still don't think Precious Achua has. I don't. He's still trying to find his game, and he's like 20 something years old. He's in his early 20s. I think Precious Achua, if he could find his game, and I think if he could grab rebounds and be kind of a tweener, and just kind of or just be grab rebounds and play kind of a certain style of play. I think block shots, grab rebounds, attack the rack. I think Preston Achua could be a good role player for us. As far as Chris Boucher, whatever, we already know what we're getting from him. I'm not worried about him. He's there. He is what he is. You know what I mean? Malachi Flynn. I think it's time to move on from Malachi Flynn. Um, who else is there? Delano Banton, it's time to give him more time playing time. It's time to give him. He needs to be the point guard. If he's going to be a starting point guard, he needs to be the point guard.
Yeah.
Either you're gonna get, he has to be the second point guard. Either getting a guy way better, an all star that can play point, or you're gonna get Delano Banton to play point. He either gonna be a six man, or you're gonna get him to play the point guard. But outside of that, we need him to play, and he can give the ball to Scotty, and he can give the ball to Pascal, and if Gary's still around, give it to Gary as well. But I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but like, what's going on with this team right now, bro? This team has no identity, man.
Yeah. And it's like all those other no-namers, like the Ron Harper Juniors and it's like what's the Will Barton? Like who
Nah,
are
Will
these
Barton
guys?
actually like Will Barton though. Will
I
Barton
mean,
is
I'm just saying
nice.
though, like I'm not saying
Yeah,
anything wrong with them, but it's
yeah,
like you
yeah,
said, they have no
yeah. Who are
identity.
they?
Like
They have no
th-
identity on this team. They have no identity. You're right.
there's no identity. Like it's not even like you're gonna okay, you give Will Barton some playing time, but like
Yeah,
what about Harper Jr.? What about all these other guys? Like give them a little shine too. You know what I mean? Like
Thaddeus
let
Young.
us yeah. They're young, but like you know what I mean? Like, geez.
I agree.
I seen games where we're losing by 30. That Boston game on Saturday, we were getting spanked. We had a full squad. Technically, right? We had everybody. We got
Yeah,
spanked by Boston twice. Why didn't he let those guys at least get a run? I think Batten got some time, but like all those other guys, they're not getting no time. We're still playing the same old dry starters all the time.
dry
But the
starters.
same
Yep.
names that we all know. Let the other guys get a whole half. You know what I mean? Let them
Yeah.
get minutes. Let them get 24 minutes in one game. You
Mhm.
know,
You
guaranteed
know
in
the
that
crazy
blowout to
part is,
Boston, they didn't get nothing. They didn't get nothing.
you're right. You know the funny part is this. What you're the talking point you stated. They supposedly there was a meeting, and I read this and I saw this, and they
Yeah.
spoke with Nick Nurse about his
Hmm.
rotation and how they feel they not even feel, but they see he's playing a tight rotation. They're like, get some other guys to play. But Nick Nurse is scared. He's scared to lose. He's scared to coach. People say he's this great savant coach, but I'll go to my grave always saying that this guy wrote off Kawhi Leonard and used the same plook Dwayne Casey ran. Dwayne Casey ended up getting fired from Detroit the other day. Unfortunately, you know what I mean.
Well, no,
Um,
he promoted to the office.
yeah, they basically that's them telling me, yo, bro, your time is up, man. Just go
Yeah,
upstairs.
yeah. They did
They
that
gave him
with
the
what's his
Bruce
name?
Arians.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly what I was thinking. Yeah.
Yo, it's cheaper to keep him. Go upstairs, yo. We'll go get somebody
That's
else.
it.
So basically, yo, that's what's going on with him, unfortunately. And then now we have who else got fired? The guy from Paul Silas. That's where the whole Houston situation came in
Right.
because he's like he wants that Houston gig and Houston wants him. I think he's close with that coach. What do you call it? The Fertitta guy? He's close with
Okay.
that guy. He's close with him, the one who owns the Houston Rockets. And supposedly they're looking to get James Harden back in town. So, they love Harden over there. Harden loves Houston. Harden's he's the man in Houston. You know what I mean? And then also it's kind of like they want to get him, Nick Nurse. And you know what? The reality is, I don't care if they get him. Let him get him. Take him.
Yeah.
I don't see where are we going with this. Like where are we going with this? I need something new. I need a new breath of fresh air. I need new
It's not
blood.
making
I
no
need
sense.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, go get
I,
me. Who's a guy we could get? Go get me.
the Raptors, they're gonna sign some guy we've never heard before. They're not gonna go get like a Penny Hardaway or
Yeah,
like what's his name,
I'd be
Matumbo
sick
over
if we got
there.
Penny Hardaway.
They're
I'd
not
be
gonna get
sick if we got Penny
Matumbo.
Hardaway.
They're not gonna get
Or we get Tim Duncan.
Stackhouse,
I'd be sick if we get Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan. You know what I mean? Like somebody.
That'd be freaking awesome if we got Tim Duncan, bro.
But you
You
see
know
what
what I
I'm
mean?
saying? I'm looking at the box score from the Boston game. We got killed, right? I'm still seeing 30 minutes for OG Anunoby, 30 minutes for Pascal Siakam, 30 minutes for Fred Van Fleet. Why? Why?
How do you get cooked
Boston
when you
was
have
in
all those
control of that
guys
game
there
the entire game. Why are those guys still playing 30 plus minutes?
and they got cooked too? How
And
do you
they
get
got
cooked?
cooked by 20. This is what I'm trying to say with this guy's rotation. They don't make any sense. Yeah, Masai did have that meeting. I watched that press conference after the trade deadline. They've been talking to him and he's not listening. He's
He's
not
not
listening.
listening. I
Get him
think he's
out of
checked
here.
out, bro. Get him out of here, bro.
Get
I'll
him
go to
out
my
of
grave
here.
like I said. He wrote off Kawhi Leonard and he wrote off of Dwayne Casey's playbook.
Playbook,
That was
yeah.
that. And I think it's time for him to go. If he wants to leave, give him his walking papers, whatever. Now it's time. Who can we go and get? Maybe go get I don't know. Maybe even try do something different. Maybe get Adrian Griffin to coach the team.
Adrian
Maybe
Griffin.
get
There's so many guys out there begging for
yeah,
for jobs, man. So many guys, man. There's
yeah,
this no excuse to play Joe Wieskamp 1 minute and Malachi Flynn 6 minutes, Delano Banton 4 minutes when you're getting cooked
4
by
minutes.
30 the whole
You get
game.
cooked. The
And
whole
there's
game
no
they
there's
should
no
be
excuse
playing.
for that. Yeah.
Yeah. The minute you're down by 30, 20, get the
That's it.
subs in there.
Empty the
Try to do
benches.
something.
Thank you.
Try to get
Christian
some a spark.
Koloko, six
Yeah.
minutes. Christian Koloko, probably another guy. Smile gone.
Yeah.
Just looking not looking the same. Like just
They're not
looking
developing them
unhappy.
properly. Yeah, they're
Thank
not
you.
developing them properly. They're
He
not
doesn't
developing. These guys are
develop
not
young
happy.
talent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. Like just dude, Christian Koloko should be getting. These are Christian Kolokos are center for the future.
Thank you.
Wise Camp. He's if he's gonna. He was this guy from Iowa. He was the
Yeah, I
star in
remember him.
Iowa.
Yep.
He
He
was
used to play
scoring
with what's
buckets.
his name? He used to play with Garza.
Yeah, Luca Garza and them.
Yeah.
Exactly. You remember. Why isn't he playing? Get Wisekamp. Get him. He's our
I want to
designated
see
shooter.
that guy
These are young
chucking
guys.
up 10 threes a
Yeah,
game. Let me see him chuck up some threes. Like, you know what I mean?
that's what I'm
Like, why
saying.
is he going
Like
0 for 0? No 3-point shots attempted in a game where you're losing by 30. You know, it's supposed to be
Toronto,
a
we're not
tune up for
getting
the
no
playing
stars.
game.
We're not getting no stars. So let's be real. The only way we're getting a star is if it's like we're not getting no more stars. Don't think we're gonna get Bronny James. You know what I mean? Unless Masai pulls some strings to get LeBron. If Bronny James come, then we'll get LeBron James. But don't think we're getting these kind of guys to come over here right now. So we have to play with what we have. You see what I'm saying? And the reality is we have up and coming guys who could potentially be stars. But they only will be stars if we have to offload the old heads and bring in the new heads. Keep
Yep.
keep we have Coloco in there. Let's get what's his name? We also have Jaco Perto. He's from our freaking development. He's from our thing. We have to keep him as well. We can't get rid of him. We have to give him more touches. He
Yeah,
came in hot first couple games, and
he
all of a sudden
did.
he faded because nobody's giving him ball. There's no facilitating going on. He has to go and look. He's out there literally playing for crumbs. You know what I mean? He's scrabbling for whatever he could get. Why isn't he
Yeah,
getting
he
looks?
came hot. He's like
If he
on
Kyle Lowry
fire.
was there, Kyle Lowry would bring it up the court, facilitated a pass he doesn't even see. Boom, up there, layup at the free throw line.
Oh yeah.
Like where is this point? Where's his thing, bro? Where if Jose Calderon was there, he'd give him a lob. Yo, that's you right there. Get that.
Yeah.
If TJ Ford was there, he would go through, slice and dice through in traffic and find him, pass in. Like that's what we need. We need facilitators, man. Stop thinking everybody's Stephen Curry. Oh, this is the
Honestly.
way the league is. Get a light skin guy who can shoot. No, bro, these guys are not Steph Curry. These guys are straight ass, man. These guys are not Curry. Curry ain't even Curry what he used to be back in the days. Curry's even fell. He's kind of even took a notch down in his game. So like, what are
Yeah.
we doing, bro?
Yeah, you're right. No facilitators, man. Like,
None. You gotta have people pass the ball. Basketball's a team sport. Everyone's look, and everyone hangs out at the yo, bro. I would see guys who have an open shot, literally 2 feet away from the rim, and rather kick it out to the 3 point line. Where's the
right?
logic in that? Where's the logic in that? You have a high percentage shot if you shoot it from closer to the rim. In the paint, what do you think LeBron James has a high field goal percentage? Because a lot of his points come in the paint. That's what you can. That's where you're gonna get your bread and butter. That's how you make your bones in the NBA. You got to play in the paint, and then the outside. That's for the shooters. This is where the Gary Trents and the Weiss camps and thing. But like, what are we
Yeah.
doing? We have no
It don't look
facilitators.
good. It don't look good still. No
Yeah.
facilitators. It's just Yeah, no, I you're right. The league is kind of moving away from like guys who just specifically, you know what I mean, go out there and give you like 15 assists a game,
Yeah,
and shoot like 95% from the free throw line and
like
just
that's
like,
that's
you know what I
basketball.
mean?
That's the
40
easiest way to win a game.
40% for 3 point and like, like you don't have a lot of guys like that no more. Like the Steve Nashes,
Steve,
you know what
thank
I
you.
mean? Like what happened to guys like that? Just efficient, come out there and just, everything is calculated,
I have
you
a
know.
question for you. I'm gonna ask this a controversial one right here. Free agency is coming. Do you, is would you? This is very controversial. Some people say don't do it. He's the most hated in the league. We already know his stance. You already know who he is. He didn't want to take the elixir. You know what I mean? Sports media hates him. Sports media, sports talk media hates him. Kyrie Irving, would you pull the plug and try to get and give him throw a contract at Kyrie Irving to get him over here to Toronto?
I
He
mean,
said
that
he
means
likes
Fred Van
Pascal.
Fleet's gone. There's no more Fred Van Fleet.
We
He's
need
out
to
of
get
here.
rid of Fred Van Fleet. Fred Van needs to go.
But then what do you, I guess he can slide him to the two and
The one,
put Delano at the one, or what are we
Delano's his
thinking with
backup.
that?
Delano's his backup.
Delano's his backup. I
Delano
mean,
needs to prove himself.
I don't have that. I mean, I would do it. Kyrie Irving is gonna give you. You know what he's gonna give you. He's definitely gonna score the ball. He's electric. He does a lot on the floor. He's a leader. You know, definitely he's a little bit cuckoo in the head, but end of the day, he's gonna come in and he's gonna like start shifting the culture. You're gonna stop hearing all this Fred Van Fleet, OG Anunoby, and Pascal Siakam, and it's gonna be talking about Kyrie. It's gonna kind of like cleanse our palate a little bit. You know what I mean? Like start hearing
Yeah,
some new names. I'm tired of hearing those same three names. We're still in ninth. The Brooklyn Nets are what in like fourth or something like that when they're still in the play. They're still in the playoffs. That's all
yeah.
off the back of Kyrie Irving this year. You know what I mean? So like, come on, the guy's he's not a loser. He's not no scrub. So yeah, I would go for Kyrie. Why not? Teams are gonna go after that guy. I don't care what ESPN wants to say. Teams are gonna be like throwing the bag at him. That's for sure. So why can't the Raptors get in there? Get in there, man. You gotta stay competitive. Get in there.
Thank you. Put
Yeah.
make some risk, man. Get Kyrie Irving. I think that's a guy that we should potentially try to get. I think Kyrie Irving would be the perfect player for us, at least at the point guard position. He'll at least facilitate a lot more. He'll shoot a lot. Sure, he might do some crazy or some stuff. He might say a lot of stuff. There's going to be a lot of games missed. Don't get me wrong. This is where Banton could come in and fill that job. But at the same time, if he could play, he said he likes Pascal Siakam. He likes his game. If he could play with Pascal, him Pascal, um, um, and I would say what's his kid's name over here? Just Scotty Barnes. Why not?
Yeah.
I'd run that lineup. I think that's a good Raptors lineup right there. And then you could throw in what's this guy's name over here? Gary Trent and then Koloko and then what's his other guy's name over here? We have Delano on the bench, and then we have this other guy over here, Jakob Pertl. And then
Yeah.
we have what's his name? Potentially may have OG. I don't know. I think we should probably offshoot him too, because it's like, what are we getting from him at this point? Maybe he's like you said, trade bait. Maybe we got to trade him,
Yeah.
get some other players
Honestly.
for him. Like, dude, this is all things you see. Where this is the playing game, and we have to talk these kind of talking points, people. The reason why I know people are gonna listen on the replay, you know what I mean, and you know what I mean, binge listen to this. But at the same time, the reason why we have to talk these talking points is because the predicament we're in. We're nine. We didn't even make the playoffs technically. And
Sad.
this isn't a shot you know what I mean? But this is a shot. Screw it. I'm not talking political. This isn't the fan 590. You see what I'm saying? This isn't Raptors TV. This isn't NBA XL. Okay? This isn't all the TikTokers and all these guys on YouTube. We're gonna tell you what it is, yo.
Uh,
These guys will talk to you about these guys take talking points from the media and be very PC. We're not PC over here. We tell you what it is. And we're not hating on the players either. We're just telling the players what time it is because at the end of the day, it is what it is. And we're not sitting down here talking. You don't hear us talking numbers, money. Oh, but this one's making this much money. And this one,
yeah.
you don't hear us talking that. We just say, yo, bro, you worth what you can get. You worth what you can negotiate. If you're asking for too much and you ain't giving us what we want, keep it pushing. It's very simple. I hear sit out here pocket watching and brown nosing and ear hustling and nah, we're not here. We don't have no connects to the media. You know what I mean? We're not going to African giants, giants of Africa in the winter time and kiking and kicocking and all that other stuff, hiki and hikocking and all that, and drinking cocktails and wine and stuff with media and stuff like that. We could do that if we wanted to, but we're not interested in doing that. We're here telling you what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You know
no,
what I
I
mean?
mean to go back to what you're saying a little earlier as well too. In terms of facilitation, man, what Fred Van Fleet 7.2 assists per game, bro.
He should be averaging 14. He should be averaging
Seven. That's what
easily,
I'm trying to say.
easily 14,
Nobody
15
in the
assists a
league
game.
averaged more than 10 assists a game. What does that tell you,
That
bro?
tells you nobody, there's no
What is
facilitators anymore.
that like?
Russell Westbrook was averaging a triple double at one point, bro. Steve
Yeah.
Nash was doing like 14, 15 assists a game.
Oh yeah.
Jason Kidd was
Easy.
doing that every night. That's what
Yeah.
he Jason Kidd did that so much he was able to bring his team back to back NBA championships just by facilitating the basketball. Gary Payton used to do that every night. He brought his team to an NBA championship. Didn't win it, but did it. Jason Kidd was doing that. Steve Nash was doing that. Like, come on, bro. That's how you play basketball. Masai Ujiri, don't worry about the 3 point shot. Get a bunch of guys who can shoot. Just have guys who could a guy who could facilitate, a guy who will sit out here and give you whatever 10, 12 points, 14, 15 assists. You'll win every night in the NBA.
Oh, I see.
You'll win every night because nobody plays defense anyways in this league. This NBA, nobody plays defense. I watch the NCAA championship. I see more defense in the NCAA than I do in the NBA now.
Oh yeah.
In Europe, they
Got
play
Mike.
defense.
Yeah.
Even the women's basketball, they're playing defense.
Yeah.
They don't play defense in the men's league. Only when you see certain teams play, then you'll see certain defense. When certain teams start playing, or in the playoffs when it gets real physical, then you'll start seeing some defense. Like once it starts getting to the latter stages where certain teams are going up against each other, then you got to play defense because you play them so much. But in the regular season, you could literally run right through the regular season. Guys are literally standing around pylons. Guys will stand over there and watch a guy shoot over his head.
Man. Like you're saying about the Giants of Africa and all. I mean, let's even aside, put your money where your mouth is. Go bring in Matumbo. Go bring in Patrick Matumbo. Make this a real Giants of Africa team. You know what I mean? Get
Yeah,
some you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Don't be all PC with it and then hire the prototypical coach from Iowa or prototypical coach from Middle America there, Oklahoma or something. Go out and put your money where your mouth is.
or if you're gonna
You
get
see
a
what I'm
coach, go
saying?
get the top
Go
dog.
get a real coach. Or yeah,
Go get John Calipari, or go get
John Calipari.
Mike
Yeah,
Krzyzewski. Go get Mike Krzyzewski
yeah.
out of retirement. Give him the Godfather offer.
Come coach the Raptors, Go
That'd be
get
sick.
somebody really good or like somebody that we know is gonna like get in these guys' faces, man. Don't just get some regular schmegler, Darvin Ham looking guy and then everything's
Yeah,
gonna be good now. And
these guys,
let the
these guys
players
are,
run the team.
yeah, run the team.
Go
Don't
get
let
what's his
that
name? What's the guy that got fired from Atlanta? Where's he at? What's he saying?
the black guy.
Yeah, where's he
What's
at?
his? I don't know. What's his name again? Or even get me what's it called? Give me somebody, man. Give me a fucking
Somebody with an edge. Somebody's
yeah.
with a pair.
Somebody
Like,
who grab the freaking thing and bark at Pascal, smash, throw the
yes, that's
clipboard
what
on
I'm
the floor and look
saying.
at him and point his finger in his face.
But yes, break a clipboard or something, bro. Like something. The team is so mellow. Like ever since Kyle Lowry left, it's like the team is just everybody's too cool. Like,
Too
you
cool,
know,
yeah.
everybody just wants to be like just wants to be featured in a Drake song.
Yeah,
Like they're
yeah,
too cool. They're just
yeah.
too
Dress
cool.
nice. They just want to
Dress
dress cute.
nice,
Where's Kobe
just
Bryant?
horribly
Where's the mama
nice.
mentality? Yeah, horribly
Thank you.
nice. Where's the
Horribly
mama
nice.
mentality? Where you come in
Yeah,
there and thing and come in there
everybody's scared. Michael Jeffrey Jordan, bro.
yeah,
Everybody's scared in practice, bro.
being scared. Jordan was bullying guys on the court,
Yeah.
off the court, in the locker room, in the bus, at the dinner table,
You know,
in the hotel, at the golf course. Jordan was
at the golf
365
course. Yeah.
his teammates.
It's not everybody's case, man. That's what I like, bro. Like people like that. We have nobody like that on the Raptors. No, not one. Not one. Not one guy.
Facts.
No alpha,
Nobody.
bro. Like just
No alpha.
nothing.
Nobody
Yeah.
to come in there. Look at Rudy Gobert. He snuffed his teammate. Where is that? I need one of that from our
Yeah.
teammate. Taking a swing on their teammate. Just like, yo,
Oh,
Rudy
yeah.
Gobert, he had to handle his teammate real quickly on the sidelines.
Exactly. Yep. That's
You know what I
it.
mean?
Well, that of the closest we got to that was Scotty Barnes and Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus
That was
Young.
like the closest, and then they were all like buddies, buddy
Yeah.
buddy by the end of
But he ended it. Yeah. That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. That's what I'm
Guys have it
saying.
in
Like,
them. It's just Toronto. I feel like just drowns it out. It like this new version of the Raptors. It doesn't allow that. Remember DeMar DeRozan? Like he was like a bully. Like they used to call him Debo, and all those guys are scared of him. They
he,
kiki kaka anytime they see him, bro.
yeah, DeMar
Fred Van
DeRozan
Fleet
was,
and Pascal.
yeah, they're
Kiki
scared. DeMar
kaka.
DeRozan was cooking those guys every night in practice. DeMar DeRozan was the
Yeah,
mid range light. He'll dunk on a guy. He didn't care. And every night,
yeah,
one thing about DeMar DeRozan, I love, he kept us in first, second, third every
exactly.
season. He would
Mm-hmm.
give us that game. He would come in there, catch alley oops. How many alley? You don't even see alley oops being thrown anymore. We used to see
Yeah,
lobs, guys catching mid air 360 dunk, Terrence Ross and all them guys. Like, come on,
yeah,
give me some mans, bro. Like, what are we doing, bro? We used to have some dudes. Like, yo, Toronto was, yo, we go to the club, we go to watch the Raptors and go to a club after a party and just see the guys at the game, like at the party
yeah.
after.
Oh
Sometimes I
yeah,
was running into Raptor players at a club. Like,
yeah,
come on, man, what's going on with the city, man? Like, give me some dudes out here, man. Like, bro, I don't like this team. What I'm seeing, I'm seeing too many. Like, these
yeah.
guys are generic as hell, man.
Yeah, look at Brooke Lopez. Remember when he came in and roughed up the Raptors, bro? Had
Yeah,
everybody
roughed up.
scared, bro. Roughed up
Yeah,
the whole
remember what's
team,
his name?
bro.
Yeah, remember thing fought him too. Robin
Serge
Lopez.
Ibaka.
Serge
Who?
Ibaka. Serge Ibaka fought
Yeah,
Robin Lopez. Robin
there we
Lopez still
go.
in the NBA. He's out.
Uh,
Go get him on
no,
our team, bro. That's right
yeah, we need a
edge,
guy
man.
like him. Yeah, we need some henchmen. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
something, bro. Bro,
He
the
hasn't
team
really
is
broke
just
down.
constructed soft, very soft. I think that's the best way to put it. Very soft, very soft.
Mhm.
Not feeling it, man. Not feeling it. No identity. Very soft. You know, Robin Lopez bullying. Well, it was Fred Van Fleet. No, just Gary Trent. One of them in the corner. He had him in the corner, bro. Just like grabbing him and like looking him in his face, like looking down on him, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? Do something. Nobody came to his side. Pascal backed up. Pascal started backpedaling in the other direction. I'll never
Yeah.
forget that. He's backpedaling. He's backpedaling.
These guys, yo,
Yo.
Raptors, yo, bro, Raptors, bro, yo, fams. I'm telling you right now, these guys have a playing game. Dog, don't come here and stink. Like, yo, I was talking with some Raptor fans behind the scenes. I'm not gonna mention any names, but I spoke with some people behind the scenes, and they were saying, bro, they want us to lose against Chicago. They need this team to get a wake up call. They need this team to clean up house for the better of the team. They're saying, what are we gonna do? Beat Chicago and then then beat the other team and go to the eighth seed and then lose, get swept by Milwaukee? It's like, yo, you got a valid point. They're like, these guys need to be humiliated and so they can clean up house. They need to clean up the house. Once they clean up house, then they bring in a new whole entire new environment, a new demeanor. Don't bring me the same. If I see the same guy, if I see OG Anunoby, Pascal Siakam, and Fred Van Fleet all on the same team next season, we're gonna have a problem.
Oh, big
We
time.
can't we can't have the three of them on the same.
Team
I
is soft.
think I think at least two of them need to go.
Yeah.
One to two of them need to go. I don't care which two it is, but there needs to be some sort of change. I preferably would keep Pascal Siakam and get rid of OG and thing. People say, oh, but here's defense, man. Here's defense. But yo, the defense. I'm not trying to be lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. I only saw the best defensive match I ever seen with OG was when LeBron James cooked them, and this was his rookie year. That was where's his marquee moments? Like where's his moments?
He has
We're
that
still
one
waiting.
versus Boston in the playoffs where
Yeah,
he
the
hit the
playoffs.
shot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay,
He has
he's
that
given us some.
one.
But then
Mhm.
one thing about OG is I think OG is what he is. I think OG isn't going to ascend, and it's like, is it hindering? Is OG? Should we keep a lineup of OG and Scotty Barnes, and then get rid of Pascal and Fred?
I mean that they had that game. Was it in Boston that they had the comeback? They were
Yeah,
leading the comeback, just them two. So I kind of like how that looks, but then we're lacking in, if they have an off night, like where are we gonna get like 20 plus points from?
That's what I
You know
want to
what I
know.
mean?
That's what
Yeah.
I want to know. That's what I'm trying to find
If
out.
it's them two and Delano Banton, on paper, I kind of like how it looks, but then who's going in your two? Are we just relying on Gary Trent Jr. every
Gary
night to
Trent, and
give
it's
us
like
20?
he's not going to do that. He's too
Uh,
generic. I
yeah,
think Gary has potential to do that, but the problem with Gary is I don't know what's going on with Gary.
yeah,
Gary just I don't know what's going on with him. It's like he's half times on the court, half times on the bench, half time. It's like what am I getting from Gary? If Gary could be the one and just be take over and snap and become an all-star, that's all we're asking. Is guys to you c- the taking is there. Become an all-star. But the problem is I get it. Sometimes the facilitation. And I think honestly is kind of like the way they play is they play too all around the key. They play around that 3-point line. They all hover around that 3-point line. And it's kind of like I don't really see a lot of like slicing and dicing and like play calling, guys moving around and shifting and ISO balls and just taking over. Like we used to see a lot of that. We used to have guys bring the ball up court, quick pass, guy come in there, tomahawk dunk, on to the next. Pass it to this
yeah.
guy. Facilitation. Like Kyle Lowry was able to do that. And this is where I kind of miss Kyle Lowry because that
Honestly,
facilitation is what is missing, bro. Everyone keeps talking about shooters and all this shit. I don't care how many shooters you have on the court. If you can't have someone who can pass the ball and find guys at the right places, bro, you're just gonna have a bunch of guys trying to be Stephen Curry out there
pretty much.
and
Yeah.
Klay Thompson. They're gonna do their best impersonation of Klay Thompson, Stephen Curry, and they play. You see, the NBA product is horrible lately. Everyone's been talking about how the product sucks, load management, and on top of that, guys shoot the ball too much. When I was watching the Clippers. I like the way the Clippers play because they actually play inside outside. So Kawhi, like this is gonna be a six series. The Phoenix Suns versus the LA Clippers is gonna be in the first round. That's a series I'm looking forward to seeing because I get
Right.
to see. I'm gonna see some actual basketball that we actually like to watch.
Hmm.
Only when maybe Milwaukee and the 76ers play, or maybe then we'll see kind of some good basketball like we're in the East,
Yeah.
you know. But outside of that, everyone wants to shoot threes all day.
All day.
Well, that's the way the league's going. No, 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 no. That's the way the retards are going. The
Right.
smart players know how to play basketball. You don't see the Clippers doing that all day, all night. They know how to play. They know how to facilitate. They know how to pass the ball. They know how to get in. Kawhi Leonard can score many different ways. That's how you play basketball. LeBron James could score many different ways. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Paul George can score many different ways. Joel Embiid
Hmm.
could score many different ways. Jokic could score many different ways. Ant-Man can score many different ways. Zion Williamson, when he's out there, can score many different ways. You know?
Oh man. So yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Well, I mean, Pascal does give us what 24 points a game. I mean, that's good and all, but let's see what he does. I think this playoffs, if he doesn't go on a little bit of a tear, if he doesn't do something this particular playoff series that we're about to go into, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. He's 28 years old. We already gave him one contract. We're gonna have to start thinking about another contract soon. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
The ceiling is I think he's at his pinnacle right now, and it's
He's
kind of
at his
like
pinnacle now, but
ninth
he's still a
seed is
Robin.
nothing.
He's still a Robin. He's never gonna be a Batman. He's always
I
gonna
don't
be a
even
Robin.
think he's a Robin. I think he's a third option, bro. Third, fourth option, bro. Personally, I don't think he's
Uh,
been a Robin, bro. Dog, he ain't getting no game winners, bro. If the best player is out, bro, don't expect to win. He's not gonna win you many games with the best players out.
no, no,
He's
I
gonna
don't think he's ever
score.
hit a buzzer beating like
Yeah, I've
a
never
game
seen
winning
him hit a
shot.
buzzer beater. Yeah,
Yeah,
never.
no,
You've
he
never
doesn't
seen
hit
him
game
hit a
winning
buzzer beater.
shots. Hmm. Yeah, I
Yeah, he's
think that's
still
why the
waiting
Nick
for him.
Nurse thing comes into play too, right? Like this guy's playing a lot of minutes. 37. I'm looking at the stats right now. He's at what 37 minutes a game. Number two in the league. 37 a game. Fred Van Fleet, fifth in the league, 36 a game. Like these guys are overworked. OG Ananobi, 35 a game, 16th. Scotty Barnes, right up there too. All of them. These guys are overworked. I think it
30
starts with the
something
coach.
minutes a game, and how many wins? 41, 41,
There we go.
500 team.
Exactly.
These are your starters. You've played every ounce of them. You've gotten so much minutes off of them, and you only got 500. This is
Thank you.
not an all. This is not even a top. This is not even a top. This is not even a playoff contending team. They're not even a playoff team. They'll go to the. They potentially might not. They could make it to the playoffs. They could not. But if they lose in a play-in, they won't. So you're going to be a bunch of people running to the square to see if these guys can make it to the playoffs.
What was I gonna say? I forgot. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But what is the yeah, no, the script. The script that I'm looking at, it just seems like okay, Toronto comes in and beats their, old leader, number one, DeMar DeRozan, and then they're gonna go on to face Miami, beat their second old teacher, which is Kyle Lowry, and then because Miami's gonna probably beat Atlanta, or who knows, Atlanta. No, yeah, even if Atlanta wins, don't they go and face Boston, and then Toronto would face Miami? So then Toronto's gonna beat most likely Chicago, and then beat Miami, and then get swept by the Bucks,
Will Toronto
which
even beat Chicago and Miami?
that's what I think the script is gonna be. I just think it just looks good, and I think Canada's like it's Canada's team, so Canada will be watching. The NBA will get a lot of ratings for those two games, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
But
I
like
think
it's
they'll
like what
win.
it they get quote by Boston. Are they that good? Like what's the Raptors? How's the Raptors? Like are the Raptors that much better than Miami? Like is it a sheer conclusion the Raptors will beat Miami? I still don't think so.
Well, Miami at home is a different team, I must say, but and
Raptors
they
will have
keep
to
they
go
keep
there.
hyping up this playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. I don't see Jimmy Butler in any of the top stats. I don't see him anywhere. Like this guy's
I
had
haven't
like
seen
a
him this whole year.
subpar season ever.
I
Like what
haven't
did
seen him this whole year.
yeah, and he's been playing. He's been out there.
Last
Not
time I
saying
saw him
much.
was he hyped up on a coach and he almost got beat up on the bench. That was the last thing I
Yeah,
saw from
yeah,
he almost got a good he had to talk his way out of a beatdown. That was the last time that was the last time I heard from him. After that, he's been ghost since.
yes.
So it's just like I don't know, man.
I mean, I could see them beating both of those teams. I could see them. I could see them beating both of those teams. If they don't, I'm gonna look stupid. I get it, but on the playback, but I could see it. I can see them beating both teams, getting hot, but then getting cooked by the Bucks, like four straight, easy work. That Bucks team is too dynamic. They play with heart. This
Play with
Raptors
heart.
team, I don't see it, bro.
They'll
I
just
don't see
bulldoze
it.
their ways in the paint. They don't
Just
have the
bulldoze.
IQ. They don't have the
Yeah,
IQ.
exactly.
And they don't have the
Exactly.
they don't have the IQ. That's the problem. They have a low IQ. They're a low IQ basketball
Very
team.
low IQ squad. Yeah.
If you see the Kawhi Leonard when he played the Milwaukee, he willed our way through us. He said he
Oh yeah.
willed it. He just said, "All right, enough. Let me take over." And he guarded
Right.
Giannis, did everything. That was high IQ basketball. That was I was taught how to play. I know how to get rid of these guys. That's how you play basketball. These guys are sobby. Look at everyone looking salty. Can
Yep.
everyone looks, you see their faces. I just see salty everywhere, bro. It looks like Michael B. Jordan when he met his high school bully, the girl there. You know what I mean? Called
Oh
them
yeah.
corny. She was like, they were looking all salty when he saw the girl because the girl was telling him what it was. The
Yeah.
girl told her what it was, and he was salty about it. He looked at her. He's upset. So it is what it is. But them two know each other, so it is what it is. She knows him.
Yeah.
We know the
They do.
Raptors. That's why we can say that.
Yeah.
We know them. People, "Oh, but you guys are negative, man. But Toronto, man, you gotta have faith, man." No, no, bro. I get it. You read the
Pascal's
secret.
tired. Yeah.
I get it. You read the secret. You know what I mean? And you think you could take on the world and you can manifest things. That's not how life works, bro. You
Nope.
gotta come up with a game plan, a blueprint, and you gotta go out there and execute. The Raptors are not executing. They're not even a playoff team. So what makes us think that a team that's in the playoffs, who's eighth? Is it Miami or is it Atlanta?
Eighth is yeah. It would be Atlanta. No, aren't they
Yeah,
eighth and then Miami
Atlanta.
seventh? Yeah, Atlanta.
Miami
Yeah.
said so. Atlanta's gonna wash. Atlanta's gonna. We'll play the winner of Atlanta Miami.
And isn't Miami home? I mean, I would
We're
like
not
to
gonna
see
be
it
no fucking Miami Heat.
at home, man.
bruh, with Gabrielle Union, Dwayne Wade, and all them out there. Come on, they'll have all the celebrities on full. The Kyle Lowry will not have that happen. Either Kyle Lowry's gonna make us win because he says screw Miami. He has one more year left on that contract, but I don't know. I don't see us beating Miami at home. Raptors are what?
Really?
Raptors. Yeah, I don't see us beating Miami at home. We play. What do we have a home game in Chicago? Is it Chicago versus us at home?
Yeah, we play at home versus Chicago.
Okay, and then after that we're on the road. So I
We're
don't
on the
see us
road.
beating. I don't see us coming up with the
I
upset.
don't really like Atlanta. I mean, Atlanta doesn't have high IQ either, but I just
Yeah.
that environment, the coach's son, they just got a couple weapons on there that like, and they got Trey Young getting all, what I mean? Like they just got some guys over there that look very bouncy and very engaged, and they got some edge. So I don't know, but I can more see us being Miami because they just look like they don't know what's going on. They don't know what's happening. Like Miami is just they're done. Like all those guys look like they want to get traded. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I can see us beating Miami, but Atlanta to me looks a little bit more hard. So I guess we'll see. We shall see, right? We shall see.
No, we'll
We
see. We'll
shall
see.
see.
It's gonna
'Cause,
be. It's
yeah,
gonna be a
Dwayne
good one.
Wade sitting courtside. Dwayne Wade does not put any fear in my heart. I don't
No, no, no,
get,
not at all.
you know what I mean? Like that time when they showed 50 Cent at the game in the playoff game, bro. The Raptors just like froze up, bro. It's like, holy, like that was like so unexpected. Like, but Miami does have that kind of pull. We shall see. You never know who might be sitting courtside. You never know. But bro, the winner of that game is gonna get cooked by Milwaukee. I've seen too much Milwaukee games this season where they're just passing the ball. Boom, Javon Carter in the corner, wet three. Boom, inside Bobby Portis. Boom, Giannis. Boom, Euros. Bro, they got Brooke Lopez bullied. Bro, that team is too much going on. Oh man, too much going on
Yo,
over there.
you're right, bro. We're not beating. No, we're not beating any team in the top six. I'll tell you that much.
Oh man,
Yo, we're not beating nobody.
How did Cleveland ascend so much higher than us? Like we
We're
were
not
like
beating
neck and neck
Cleveland.
of Cleveland last year, even up to the
Wait,
point this year, and now they're
no,
just gone. They took
wash us,
off.
bro. Donovan Mitchell and the other guy. What's
Yeah,
the other one's name over there? The shooter,
Garland.
this
Yeah.
Garland, and bro, them guys will cook us. Kevin Love and all. The Kevin Love don't play for them no more.
He's on
Uh,
Miami.
he's
That's what
on
I'm trying to
Miami.
say. Yeah,
Yeah, so I don't see
him,
us
Kyle
beating none
Lowry.
of
I
those
don't know.
guys.
They don't have much going on. Him, Kyle Lowry, Jimmy Butler. I don't know, man. I don't know if they have enough to beat the Raptors. They might. They might, but I don't know. I
Nah, I
don't
hear
know.
you stuff.
Kind of a toss up that one, but I like the Raptors' chances in Miami. I think when they see Kyle Lowry, they just get a freaking and they just play harder. They play
No, I
harder.
see what you mean.
It's like when your dad's in the like not your dad, but like your like ex
Your,
coach or somebody's
or
in
your
the building.
parents, or
Yeah,
yo,
your
see,
parents are in
yeah,
your building.
hey,
You
dad,
just
mom,
you act
like
different. You
flip.
straighten up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, shit, OGs from your neighborhood are there. They're all watching. You're like,
exactly.
yo, 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 I don't want to make a fool of myself.
Exactly. In person,
Yeah,
right? Like, so I think they'll all, we'll see though. We'll see. Like you said, like we'll see Miami, that atmosphere right there. You never know. You never know.
facts, facts, facts.
Facts.
Nah, I see what you mean, yo. I see what you mean. So, yo, we're gonna wrap this stream up. We'll be back tomorrow. Like I said, we're going right until the Wednesday, the 12th. We're gonna be right until the 12th. We're gonna be going. These videos, this content is gonna be coming in right until the 12th. So we're gonna be putting out that content. We're gonna be pushing the Raptors, and you already know what it is. We're gonna be here. We're not done. We're gonna keep going. This is part two. We're gonna go with part three tomorrow. And then we're gonna do four, and then we're gonna do post game reaction. So the actual big game is on Wednesday. So we're gonna find out if this team can get rid of the Chicago Bulls team. I'm hoping they can. Time will tell. A lot of people are skeptical on this team. This team they've left a lot of question marks for literally the whole entire basketball world and Raptors nation as a whole. Like their constituents, a lot of people are just not too. They're a little bit iffy about this team, or not even iffy. A lot of people are just questioning and trying to find out what this team can give us. So we will be going to the play-in game. There's a lot of hype around. There's not really much hype around this game, to be honest with you. pretty dead. Nobody's really talking about it in the city that much. Um, the only way we'll start talking is if we're winning, because we're only known for winning over here. So, anyways, I'm signing out. Salute to my guy, Old Styles. Where can they find you, man?
Yo, YouTube, Omari_Styles. Subscribe. Let's get it.
You already know what it is. All right. So we're signing out. We'll catch up with you guys later, man. Peace.